The reason I didn't jump down the throat on this movie is because this is a whole new generation of DC. Warner Brothers is trying to build something brand new, and it solidly beat all three of the Disney Marvel entries from this year, which all cost more than Superman, and they all did much less at the box office. They all lost a substantially greater amount of money at the box office than did Superman. Forbes claims that James Gunn's Superman lost money in its theatrical run. Report alleges that the DCU premiere had about a $42 million loss at theatrical. Now, let me say this. I saw this and I chuckled because I thought to myself, now wait a minute. I just talked to Caroline the other day, and we're due to get Caroline and Chris back on the show live as opposed to pre-recorded. But I saw that headline from Forbes, and I said, now, wait a minute. Caroline didn't reach out with this because I kind of chuckled because, hey, guys, at Forbes, guess what? I said this. I said this a month ago. I said this probably over a month ago. If you guys watch, you guys heard me say this. You know, and people, good Lord, I got sick of talking about Superman because there was so much animosity out there. There was an amazing amount of animosity out there with this movie. You had the James Gunn fanatics on one side. You had the frickin' Snyderites on the other, and they were bloodlust out there. It was crazy. I was just a dude in the middle and said, you know, hey, I saw the new Superman movie. I had fun with it. But I can understand why a lot of people didn't like it. That was me. That was my reaction. I said I had fun. And it was definitely made for kids. It was definitely made for a younger audience. Okay? Which I think was intentional. I don't want to rehash all that. Okay? You can agree with me or disagree with me. I don't give a damn. But that was my statement. I've been consistent on that since day one. That, of course, had nothing to do with my financial analytical breakdown. And the breakdown was the movie didn't make money. I've been saying this. I even said my estimation puts the theatrical losses for this film at about $30 to $50 million. And that was before it added another 10 or 20 million in box office. I said, I think it's somewhere in there. What I also said was, do I think that means it lost money in the long run? Probably not, because I think the premium video on demand, the PVOD sales, given its box office, okay, I think the PVOD sales probably easily made up the gap. And Warner Brothers has opened the gates to where they are licensing out the DC stuff for streaming beyond HBO Max, because we've seen it on Netflix, okay? So in the long run, as they build this, it will still be probably fairly profitable for them, but no, it did not make money at the box office. So Forbes came out with an article basically saying the same thing that I did about a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago now. I don't remember. When did the movie come out? So what are we at? October? Yeah, probably this was by the end of August. Whenever it was the movie went to PVOD, that was late August. Yeah, it went to PVOD late August, did it not? Something like that. It had a 35-day run, 35 days, and then it went to PVOD. It was right around that time I made this call, okay? According to Forbes, Superman closed its domestic run October 2nd after 84 days. Okay, so it's officially done now. This is while I was out of town, so this is why I missed it. The film earned $354 million domestically, $261 million international, worldwide total of $615 million. It got beaten by Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is now at $635 million. Sounds impressive until you factor in the costs. Forbes cites a $225 million production budget. That was from Variety magazine. And the $125 million worldwide marketing budget, which is what I also estimated it to be. Okay, about $125. That puts the total investment at Warner's between the production end and the marketing side, the distribution side at 350. Roughly a 50-50 split with theaters is still on par, okay? Roughly on par. Although I've suggested that I think in recent years that international take has dropped even further, okay? And because Warner Brothers did not leave this in for at least even 45 days before they went to PVOD, you know, these contracts with theatrical exhibition have radically altered over time, especially since COVID, but we're still sticking with 50-50 average global ex-China, meaning China does not get factored in that 50-50. That's its own special entity. But if you want the breakdown, probably somewhere in the vicinity of 55% domestic, U.S. and Canada, and then around 40 to 43% on the international side. And that's probably being a little generous in 2025. Just saying. Okay, so that's about $308 million, maybe a little bit more because it was more skewed domestic, or is more skewed domestic, right? So let's say even if Warner Brothers walked away with as much as $320 million off this, they probably still lost around $30 million. So this article is effectively confirming what I've been saying now for at least a month. What this movie was gonna suffer at a loss at the box office, right? Now, I want to be clear that Here's the reality. The reason I didn't jump down the throat on this movie is because this is a whole new generation of DC. Warner Brothers is trying to build something brand new, and it solidly beat all three of the Disney Marvel entries from this year, which all cost more than Superman, and they all did much less at the box office, meaning they all lost a substantially greater amount of money at the box office than did Superman. And I promise you, with the way Disney has been in the last several years, I don't think those Disney Marvel movies are getting the PVOD sales that most other studios do. Because Disney has been the only one that has never really come out and bragged about any PVOD sales. Warner Brothers has come out and bragged about PVOD. Universal has bragged about PVOD sales. Disney has never discussed that. And a lot of that over time has been the fact that the Marvel fans, if they want to watch it again, they usually just wait for it to show up on Disney+. Now, Disney has extended that PVOD window in the past year, which may have helped things. But do I think that Thunderbolts did 50 or 60 or $70 million in PVOD sales? Hell no. Do I think Captain Falcon DEI did 60 or 70 million in PVOD sales? Hell no. Do I think Fantastic Four did 70 million in PVOD sales? No. Superman probably did. Just saying. Superman probably got close to that. Remember, Wicked did like over $100 million for Universal. Wicked. With about an $800 million box office. This had about 620. Make sure you're subscribed to Valiant Renegade and join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern for the live show.